Here we go, people. I'm going to pause the tape and I'm going to show the difference if you were shorting this one versus that one and what's the two different. Okay, one of the things I want to point out here is that when the short happened over here in part 2 of selling short, notice that you had peaked here and you had crossed over here and you had peaked here on the MACD going and it started to descend. Here, you can take a short, but you need to be aware of one thing. Even though that was an engulfing 3-minute bar up, the problem that this time about shorting that you have to be very careful and would take a pass on it is that you're in a 3-minute buy signal. Here, just the opposite, you were starting to descend on this MACD going down. Here, you pull back, you would not short this one. You'd let that go by because the 10-minute here is ascending upward and you have a 3-minute buy signal. There's a difference when you're shorting a top on a 3-minute level is that this topped out, the RSI got up to 90, it had turned, it crossed over here. Now this time you don't want to sell short on that 3-minute bar because the RSI is crossing up and going this way and you're in a 3-minute sell signal. You had an engulfing bar, a volatility 3-minute bar, and you don't short right in here. This is where you do not short the red bar because once again, people, the RSI is going up the hill. The MACD is in a 3-minute buy signal. It's not like it was over here. You were topping and crossing over here. The 10-minute started to roll over and it crossed over. Now it's coming up here. This is a higher risk short. You can do it as long as your stop loss is below half of that red bar. But you want to be shorting right up in here of the bar on something like this. Your stop market would be a closing price above half of that pro trader bar. You have a higher risk with the short when things are starting to turn around. And it's not like it was over here. Over here, you were dropping on the MACD. Here, you're ascending, going up. So you got more of a risk in a short like this versus this short over here on your other tape. And basically, this is where I wouldn't take it. If I did take it short, I would have my stop market. You're just going to get siphoned in the commission. It's going in the wrong direction. The CCI did start to drop here, and that CCI is this right here. That's that blue line. That's this indicator. Yeah, it's going down, but look, I don't like to get short at all unless they're in this situation. We peaked on the RSI at 90. We started to cross over. We peaked on the 2 MACD bars and we descended. Here, we got into a mild 3-minute sell signal, but I'm sorry, it's ascending the MACD. It's going up. Higher risk shorting that reversal bar versus your other short. So now we have a 2-tape series, one when you should and one when you shouldn't. And this is the reason why you shouldn't. Okay? And basically, the CCI went into positive territory. It's back into negative territory. That's a blue line. But the thing of it is, you don't want to short these right here because this is crossing up. It's not going down. You don't short the crossover until it fails. And this is a 3-minute buy signal. This is where the stock had broke out. You would have bought it to go long right there in that doji reversal. You just don't short right in here. And the reason why, I told you why. Because your indicators are going against, it's not going to work for you like it did here. That's when you do these intraday. That's when you buy them. Buying, this was a buy signal. This was a trade down here. That was the up bar. You have to wait for it to clear the high of that bar or half of that bar, and you could have bought it with the penny stop and took it all the way up. And you could still stay in the trade because you see, you do have that ascending buy signal. You got the RSI above the percent DA, that's strength. This here, you had a little bit of a bloop. So you don't short in here. If you went long, or if you didn't go long here, you would not short this red bar. It's going against you. Indicators are going against your short. Don't do it.